Hello guys, nice to see and hear you again today on our regular session. And today we will deal with objections. As you could see in my advertising post that some people, they may like the idea, but unfortunately it sometimes happens that they hesitate, they're not sure, and they sometimes are not entirely convinced. And that is why let's try just to handle these objections. Have a look. So first of all, we will follow the plan about gold, of course, company, how to start the business, about bonus program, leadership program, and between each aspects, we will discuss the most common objections which people may have. Okay, the first part is, of course, about gold. Here, our gold is certified, and you can buy from 0.1 grams, so the smallest gold bars, up to 500 grams. These screenshots I took of my gold bar, and it is real. The certificate of LMBA is given to very reliable companies, and we have contracts. We cooperate with Argor Heroes, with Nadir, and later I will send you the video as well where bars are produced exactly on the factory, so a new video. Then QR code is possible to check, manufacturer's name. I will draw. So here LMBA standard, QR code, and the serial number, and the authenticity certificate. So everything is checked, and you can take the gold bar and go to jewelers, go to a bank. Our partners did that. Okay, the first objection, the person may say, I can buy gold in my local market. Why should I buy it in your company? Well, first of all, my answer is, of course, you can buy in your local market. It just depends on your ideas. If you want to be just an investor or you want to do business, because, for example, you can find the local manufacturer also with a certificate of LMBA, for example, and if you just want to buy gold and to do nothing, then you're welcome. Of course, it will be more profitable to buy in your local market. But if you don't have this amount of money, because as you know, gold bars is kind of luxurious commodity, and of course not everyone has the full sum. Even to imagine, like 10 grams cost about more than $1,000, then not everyone has $1,000, just go and buy. In this case, what opportunities do we have? First of all, the company fixes the price for 60 days. You can buy this gold bar with a deposit, and within 60 days can pay. Then the second, after the period is out of 60 days, you have 10 months more and to pay for this gold in installments. Does your local market offer such an opportunity? Nope. You can just take a loan from a bank and buy if you want. But of course, in this case, you need to pay interest rate if you take a loan from the bank. That is why here it is an opportunity for people who want to invest and to preserve their capital from inflation and for the future generation. And I know that in some countries, people just give as a wedding present gold. That is why it is a useful present for the future. Then, what else? Why is it profitable exactly in Rai Group? That we may pay for gold with bonuses. So the bonuses we earn for advertising the company, for doing the business, and in this case, it is not time-bound. Any bonuses you get, you may buy gold. Of course, local market doesn't provide such an opportunity. That is why, first of all, you can invest if you don't want to do the business. Secondly, you can do the business with the company and get gold, so to speak, for free. Because when you invite new customers, just recommendation, you recommend it to your friends and they say, wow, I like this opportunity. You get bonuses and you get gold for free, just for recommendations. Yeah, that is the first idea why it is profitable to buy in our company if people are interested in earning and getting more gold bars than just to pay by cash. So we are coming to the point how to start in this way. For example, the person said, okay, I like it. I want to earn and to get gold. There are three ways. The first one, as I mentioned, it's just full purchase, full payment, and you buy the gold bar in full amount and get your gold. You can leave it for storage. You can order delivery with FedEx courier service, and it is insured courier service. So you pay all the charges and, if necessary, in some countries, import taxes. Yeah, in this case, it's just simple purchase. Simple purchase plus business. In this case, you have gold bars 31, 100, 250, 500, 750, and 1 kilo gold bars. They are really expensive things. Yeah, the minimal is more than $3,000. That is why in this case you make the deposit, yeah, for it, which allows you to take part in the bonus program. So if you can make a full payment, you do this for these gold bars. If you can't do this, you start with a deposit payment. So this system allows both to invest in gold, to preserve your capital, and to earn on gold. And of course, gold is a prestigious commodity, yeah? Is a product which is not it is not shameful to promote. Yeah, and everyone asks you what is your product. You can say gold bars, investment gold bars, and it sounds prestigious. It sounds luxurious. That is why it is such a thing which will always be necessary for people who do not put all their eggs in one basket. Yeah, who try to invest in stock market, to buy gold, then to buy property, land, etc., and to have different sources of income. So this is for people who understand what investment is. And in this case, you get the access to bonus program and to leadership program. The leadership program is the system of passive income. Of course, people are interested to invest and for the future, just to live on the interest rate. So one aspect which is necessary to understand about paper agreement. So here everything is official, legal. You conclude a contract on purchase. Yeah, it is not just a tick on the internet. This contract can be downloaded. You can go to a lawyer to check if everything is correct. The deposit system confirms your intentions to buy a gold bar. If you don't have the full amount, you pay this deposit. I will give you an example, not for example like for gold, but let it be a flat, an apartment. You liked the flat and you consulted the agents, the real estate agents, and they say, wow, the apartment is really great, but yeah, it is like a hot pie, and it's going to be purchased within a couple of days, and you don't want to miss the opportunity. You make the deposit to confirm your intentions, and then you take a mortgage or you find the whole sum. The same principle is here. For expensive goods legislation, this notion is universal for real estate, for cars, and for precious metals like gold. According to this legislation, this deposit is non-refundable. Yeah, that is why it is included in the price of the gold bar. Within 10 months after the price is fixed, you may complete this contract or just terminate it. Yeah, it's up to you. But the sum which is paid as a deposit remains in the marketing system. And also you get a certificate. As soon as you pay a deposit, you get a certificate for 1 year, which is a discount for the next gold bar if you decide to buy one more. So this is just a turnover system. This is not the pure e-commerce For example, when you buy the product, when you need to resell it, and then you get some commissions because the price cannot be, like in linear marketing plans, the price for a food supplement, for example, sometimes with a 40% extra charge. Yeah, and here the price corresponds to LMBA price, which changes twice a day. So that is why the principle of working here is not like in electronic commerce. So the next objection here, that people sometimes tell me, well, it's difficult to print the agreement. Can we simplify the procedure? No, we can't. And the reason for this is, first of all, not for the company's sake, but for your own sake. Because this agreement is a guarantee that the company will provide you the gold bar if you pay the full amount. Secondly, if you promote the business and new partners join upon your recommendation, that is again your guarantee. For security reasons, because people, they sometimes, when it comes to money, they are very greedy, so to speak. And if they failed to earn, they may call the police, they may tell someone, they may tell authorities that these guys stole my money. That is why this is for security reasons and to prevent or to avoid police issues. In this case, you have this paper agreement. The company has the paper agreement as well. And when the authorities send their request to the company provides the deposit upon the contract which you paid. That is one more fact confirming the legality of the business. Because the company works only with real people, with passports, ID cards, confirmation of addresses, and on paper, you sign the contract with your own hand. That is the answer to this, unfortunately, or fortunately, even though not unfortunately, but fortunately, we can't simplify the procedure, and it is your guarantee that you are not going to be in trouble. Yeah, handled this one. So, speaking about legality, on the left side, the holding has been running for 14 years in the market. That is one more proof that it is stable and long-term. Gold and business are available worldwide. Paper agreement we have discussed. And the company possesses, not rents, but possesses its own offline service center in Budapest. Oh, sorry, my mistake here. I need to correct it. Yeah, 1,000 square meters, 8 conference halls, their own cafe, the management work there, the programmers, and you can visit the office yourself. We have a few videos, and the director holds webinars from the office itself. So it is all this available on working days. The company also possesses a hotel in Cyprus. We went there too, and it's still working. Yeah, it's an apartment, a block of apartments. And for example, if you invest in stock market, you know that there are blue flag companies. Like fundamental analysis shows that this company possesses assets. Yeah, and according to an amount of assets, the company is considered legal, reliable, or not, according to the rate. That is one more fact that proves the idea that the company is legal, because we have assets, we have paper agreements, we have real product that is gold, which conforms to the European legislation, international legislation of deposits. That is why here we can completely rely. And apart from that, for so many years in the market, the company was checked, was cross-checked everywhere by banks, by tax authorities, etc., and no issues arised. That is why we can be sure. As for business opportunities, it is not a, so to speak, nowadays invention to have affiliate marketing. Even in our banks, they say that now you bring your customer, bring your friend, they order a card, they open a bank account, and you get some bonuses. This system is not new. But what about marketing models? They can be different. Our marketing model is called tier. It is a mixture of existing plans like binary, linear, and matrices. Yeah, all good features are combined. No qualification, you can earn up from your first customer. The income is huge. Yeah, just today I checked one company who was promoted on the internet, and there was written a direct bonus 5%. I thought, 5%, a huge one. Yeah, we have 50%, yeah, 10 times more. Passive income in the leadership career, different presents, promotions, leadership cruises in the leadership career. The next objection comes from registration. Yeah, the company doesn't have a registration in my country. Is it illegal? First of all, it is a shop. If you decide to go to Dubai and to buy gold there, is it a problem to buy gold in another shop in another country? I don't think so. Yeah, because even not I don't think so, but I'm sure it isn't a problem because you can buy anything anywhere. It doesn't have to have registration in your company. You decided to buy perfume in the US. You just pay for it and deliver to it. If you here pay for gold and you deliver it, no, the company doesn't need to have a registration. But if, for example, people say that it is e-commerce, no, it isn't. Because in e-commerce, you are a distributor. Yeah, you conclude the contract, you buy the product, and you resell the product at different price. But first, you buy the product with a discount, and you distribute the product at a retail price. In this case, you will be absolutely right. Distributors need to have registration in the country where they are dealing. Here you're right, but we're not distributors. Yeah, it is a shop which sells gold, and every person a customer. And if you advertise the business, you do not sell gold, you just advertise the company. That is why it is not illegal. We don't have any salaries. Yeah, it is just bonuses. And sometimes people tell me, let's make the payouts to our bank accounts. I say, from the point of view of legality, it's impossible because if you get money in your bank account, it means you get either a distribution fee or you get a salary. In this case, we need to have a registration, all the things to be a bank account, etc. But it is not a salary. The commission which you get here, it is not a salary. That is why the company gives bonuses, and these bonuses you can withdraw either in cryptocurrency or you can withdraw in coupons. Yeah, that is why. That is the explanation. The company pays taxes from the contracts according to the amount of customers. Yeah, it pays in Europe because it is based in Europe, and tax authorities, yeah, they put some charges and the company pays them. As for the taxes in your country, you may pay them. Yeah, if you get income, and Hitesh will mention at the very end of the presentation about cryptocurrency issues. Yeah, because for every country, they are different. So in my country, I can also pay taxes if I have it registered as a self-employed. Yeah, if some money comes to my business account, I can also pay. It depends on people. Okay, let's go on. The next point is how to start. I mean the exact sums. We have 6 ways available for every budget. Yeah, 130 up to 5,000 for professionals, for those who are 20 years or 30 years in the marketing network. They can analyze different businesses. They can understand the reliability, the profitability of the business, and of course they understand which sum will be better to start with. Our recommendation is to start somewhere in the middle with deposit of 690 Because from silver level, leadership career starts. So you will start earning actively and passively. That is the recommendation. But of course, depending on your budget, you can start from previous levels. Let's discuss this silver level, this silver tier. This is a tier. It consists of 5 places. The top place is always occupied. So when you join, you come to the lower position, to place 2, 3, 4, and 5. As soon as this tier is full, then it splits, and people come to the top position. So it is called a cycle, not very difficult. Lower level, top level, lower level, top level. Yeah, that's all. Not difficult to explain. Here is the exact example. Silver tier, as I mentioned, 690 plus leadership, that is passive income bonuses, which we will speak a bit later. Let's imagine you joined in the very first place, in this one. And for your direct partner, you get your first bonus, 30%, not bad. As I said, in different companies, the direct bonus can be 5, 10, 15%, yeah, not more. But we have the minimum bonus is 30% if you're at the lower level. Yeah, it means that even if you have 3 partners with 30 bonuses, with 207 bonuses, then you already get the full amount back. Yeah, or almost. But then you come to the top position, and here the bonus is 50%. It means that after completing the table, you get 200%, that is 1,380. And let's imagine if you joined here, you invited these 3 people, and from the top position, you invited 7 people. First of all, you get to the leadership program to the 3rd level, not first, to the 3rd level, and you earned $2,000 actively. And you earned about 7 multiplied by 7, about $50 passively. I will show you. Yeah, so that is the best choice. 690 to start with, direct bonus, referral bonus, leadership bonus. Yeah, that's nice. And speaking about advantages, to sum up, here about refund after 2 partners from the top I mentioned, big commissions I mentioned, bonuses to pay for gold, that is the thing which makes the company competitive. And because we can pay for gold in bonuses, that is to get gold for free. You can update your order. If you started with 130, you can go to 290, 690, etc. Withdrawal I mentioned, and the next 2 things are also our unique feature. Only our company has this thing. In classical matrices, you always follow your sponsor, the person who invited you, right? And let's imagine your sponsor is inactive. Yeah, lost motivation, isn't interested, something happened, and they just stopped doing any business. And every time, as the downline, you need to push the sponsor. Yeah, you need to push to complete the table for them. Here it is not necessary to do it every time. Every second cycle, you have a choice. You can go under your referral, so to help your people. Yeah, you can go to your sponsor, you can choose any table in the company. And for example, you have 5 active partners. They close their tables, they have their choice option. You can combine them very effectively and to help more people to earn. And as for chain principle, that is the second unique feature. It is exactly due to choices of table. You can choose the last place in almost the full table, then the next one, the next one, the next one, and it will be like a chain. Yeah, we can boast of 9 tables closed with 1 person joined. No qualification or turnover plan. Different budgets to start with, from 100 up to 5,000. Passive income from 3 customers. unlimited number of cycles that you can start once and earn unlimited number of times because the company pays you the reinvestment sum. It means for next cycle, you don't have to pay anything. The company accrues you bonuses, which are used for the next cycle. And looking at this highly effective model, this is the table in all tiers. Just look at the sums. The principle is absolutely the same. 50,000 for a direct bonus. And from 5,000, the bonus is 2,500. Unbelievable. Yeah. For your referral of the second line, 20%, not 1%. And 30% again for a direct partner from the lower position. So even if you're on the lower position, in matrices, it is crucial because you do not earn anything in matrices. Here, you earn anywhere, on the down level, on the top level, anywhere. And from these earnings, the next objections come. Is it a money laundering system? Why so much money? Yeah. First of all, let's analyze their Ponzi schemes and financial pyramids. What are their features? What are their features? There is absence of product. That is the first feature. They built their system just on new customers. Yeah, one person joined. They buy something virtual, something non-existent. And in this case, so we have a product. So one argument against being a laundering system. Secondly, the company possesses assets. In case the company disappears, it loses everything what it possesses. Thirdly, money laundering systems don't have paper agreements. You will never meet a paper agreement with a signature and with a stamp if it is a Ponzi scam project. And the question which interests a lot of people, what is my daily and monthly profit? Yeah, this is the question. And a lot of people who jump from one company to another, they sometimes don't care about legality because they really are interested only in daily or monthly profit. But be careful, it's really risky because only companies with daily and monthly profit, they are mostly 99% scam projects. Why? Let's imagine nobody joins. And the funny thing is, when they write, you don't need to invite anybody. You just have your daily and monthly income. And my question, and why do you write to me then? Why do you promote the business if you don't need to invite anybody? They say, well, because you get more bonuses. Yeah, but let's imagine if they stop promoting like this. I don't want to do anything. I am satisfied with my daily and monthly profit. What will happen? The companies promise sometimes from 0 to 0.5% to 1% from your investment. Let's imagine your investment is $1,000. And every day, like they promise, and after a month, they pay you out about 20 or 30%, the next month, and if nobody joins, where will you get your money from? Where will it come from? The answer is obvious. The company gathered the money from the trustful investors and just say goodbye. That is why here in our company, it depends on the turnover. Yeah, because we conclude the agreement of purchase of gold. It may be full payment, it may be deposit payment, but that doesn't matter. This difference which company is distributing between partners is the difference, the margin of buying gold from manufacturers and selling gold to customers. That is about 6% discount from the manufacturers. This deposit is exactly this margin, and the company distributes this margin between the customers. It means if nobody buys, the company doesn't lose anything. and it doesn't have to pay every day. That is why it is based on turnover, and it cannot be considered as laundering or money circulation system or like Ponzi scheme. Okay, got it? So chain principle teamwork, that is when we understand that it is team business, and of course one person can just promote and invite direct partners, not problem. But sometimes, even not sometimes, it is more interesting, to have a team, to collaborate together, to motivate each other and to help each other. The unique feature is you may choose your partner, you may go under your referral. Yeah, I chose my partners and I went under them and they got the commission from the sponsor. Yeah, so it's possible. Secondly, parallel teams can cooperate. In this case, competition will be productive because, sometimes when the lines are different and people try to steal partners from each other, here you don't need to do it because you can cooperate. Yeah, so cooperation chain principle. From different teams, you can go to the last place of your partner, of parallel structure partner. They may go under you, and etc. So you just look through the system, you talk to other leaders, and you combine a common route how to produce more effectively. Yeah, the cool feature. I love it. And that is active income in tables, in tiers. And speaking of passive income, I have already mentioned it. That is leadership career, leadership problem. The next slide will be a piece from our previous presentation speaking about hardships of a leader. So which problems a person may encounter. Yeah, what problems? First of all, when people are too greedy, they just invite new partners and they do not develop the business. They just leave them without attention. In this case, the person, sometimes they may switch off their phones. They may just disappear and not to answer. Thirdly, negative attitude can destroy your career. Yeah, because if you just speak up about everything which you don't like, about the difficulties you encounter, and you speak this negative attitude to your team, then it will destroy the business. Win-lose decisions. So that's again, when you think only of yourself, only how you can earn and not your team. So win-lose decisions also may destroy your business. Non-commitment, that is speaking of motivation, which lasts about a couple of months. And then if you don't start being disciplined, then you just think, okay, I got a few answers, and I'm not interested. Let me go to somewhere else. Not commitment also will lead you to absence of initiative, no personal brand, unfocused attention, and procrastination when you don't do anything and you just go and search for something passive. And as a result, of course, you lose reputation. That is why to get into the leadership is not just the point of earning. It is the idea to be the leader for your team, to be the motivator, to be the instructor, to be all together, and it raises the morale, it raises the spirit of the team. In this case, of course, you will earn effectively not only in active tables, but in passive income career as well. Of course, about cheating, I'm not speaking at all. Unluckily, there are people who may cheat, who can say that you don't need to do anything, you just invest, and that is why study everything in details and never lose your temper. Yeah, just try to be as patient as possible. And leadership program, how to become a leader, if to avoid those mistakes, that is easy. 3 direct partners in silver. Yeah, as I mentioned, if you have 7, you already get to the 3rd level instantly. Yeah, can you imagine in matrices to get to the leadership only for 7 partners? Nope. Yeah. So, for every new customer in your team, not only your personal customer, you get units. 1 unit for silver, 2 units for gold, 3 units for platinum, 5 units for premium. And you also get units for all reinvests of your partners. So people who join, people close tables, and every time you get units. What this unit stands for? For example, you're 4th level. That is, you have in the team about maybe 20 people. That is 75 points. Yeah, points, as I mentioned, units, sorry, not points. 75 units, it's not only people, but people who joined and people who closed their tables. And also, if, for example, they joined a premium, you get 5 units at once. So it is possible, even with a small team, like 100 units, it may be 20 partners or 50 partners for 1 unit, then reinvest, etc. Passive income will be 2,000 in the 4th level. Yeah, that's pretty nice. But passive, and don't forget, of course, about active income. Now you may think it sounds fantastic. What's the problem? Where is the key point? If I don't, the next objection comes from this. If I don't invite anyone, what will happen? So first of all, you need to understand from the very beginning. It is not the system where you invest money and do nothing. It is not a bank savings account. And that is why, just imagine, you decided to set up your own business. You decided to open a shop which sells bread. Yeah, let it be bread. What is to follow? You need to find a space, to rent it, to pay for rent, to pay salaries, to hire employees, to open a bank account, to have tills for payments, to provide or to hand different papers, and to control all that. And of course, it involves a lot of activity, and of course, you need to attract customers. Just imagine. And here, speaking about our business, your idea is only to attract customers, because the rest is already done. So, and that is why this business, of course, involves turnover, risks involved. Again, you decided to sell bread. You opened the shop. Let's imagine the first month your income is really very low. Yeah, what will you do? You will get into debts. And every month you will get deeper and deeper. That is why every business involves risks. Every business, every land business. Which risk involves our business? Only maximum the deposit amount. That's all. And as I mentioned, 2 or 3 people, you get it back. Yeah, 2 or 3 people to invite within your whole life, so to speak. Yeah, it's not a great deal. That is why here I can say that the risk strives almost to zero. Of course, not completely. You can't avoid risk completely. Yeah, but still the risk is very low. As for charges, what I mean is exactly when you open your own business, you pay to authorities, you pay taxes every month. In your own business, you pay something. Here, you don't pay anything. Just you are not time bound. You are not place bound. You can do this business anywhere. You don't need to pay monthly rent. So it's superb. Why not to grab this opportunity? Why not? It doesn't ask you to feed the business every month. Within 1 year, you may use your deposit for your gold bar. So at least that is the minimal sum which you can deal with, your deposit. So low risk, no papers involved, no charges. For 1 year, you may use the deposit. Well, it sounds great. So And then after joining the business, you may take part in different events of the company. You may enjoy sunbathing on the beach in Cyprus, whatever. You can get together with your team. So, and of course, all this just raises your motivation. It's additional income. The person is motivated, excited, and the next objection comes up. I don't have money to start the business. Yeah. So you presented the business, the person say, wow, that's great, I really love it. But then the final set, I don't have money to start the business. Well, first of all, the person needs to understand that it is not a job. Yeah, we don't get a salary monthly. So, of course, if you don't have money right now to start the business, you need to think, do you like this opportunity or not? Are you persistent enough to have additional source of income? For those, of course, who don't work at all, yeah, that will be, well, really risk if they borrow some money from relatives, etc. But still, if you work and you want to have additional source of income, why not then save up? And people who choose the business and who like the idea, they need to understand if they use opportunities or they find excuses. So excuses are the things which our brain sabotages all the time when you don't want to leave your comfort zone. So just understand what kind of person you are. The person who takes an opportunity or the person who finds an excuse. And in this time, you will be quite settled in your mind. You will save up and you will join the business. And following your motivation plus discipline, have a look at what you can achieve. At the very beginning, we use about 80% of our efforts and get 20% result. But the more you're in the business, the more professional you become. It will lead from 80% result from to 20% of your effort. The Pareto principle is one of the most popular in network business. What will you come at the end if you combine everything? Yeah, if you become a professional, if you're motivated, if you're disciplined, constant income, one, positive attitude to life and to be able to overcome hardships, two, amazing people you get in touch with, you get motivated, you get inspired, some people find their love, their partner, etc. Interesting life of traveling, then flexible timetable, you can spend the time which is available to you. Useful skills, because skills of selling something are always essential, even in your job. If you're a good seller, then you can sell anything. Good reputation, if you do one business for a long time and if your customers are satisfied, definitely will bring you to great achievements. And then you can exercise patience, because every time you get a no, you will get more and more stubborn in your ideas and strong-willed, and eventually it creates the charisma and the brand of yours. So this business allows you to achieve all that if you combine all your features, if you gather them together, and it may become part of your life. Yeah, like it has become for me, like it has become for our partners. Yeah, so this business can be part of your life. Yeah, so now if you have any questions or if you can offer objections, yeah, you can offer your objections. And yeah, Hitesh will speak now about cryptocurrency. Yeah, he has joined. He has
Yeah,
left
you
suddenly.
you
He's new.
want me to?
Mhm.
Okay, is it that a specific thing about cryptocurrency people want to
No,
know,
just
or
for
what is exactly
example,
the question?
I know the question is that some people say that nowadays cryptocurrency is illegal, yeah, and they give these objections.
Okay,
So how to handle this?
okay. See, so far as India is concerned, it is considered as tradable commodity. There was one statement by then Finance Minister Mr. Arun Jaitley in the Parliament that India will not have any medium of exchange other than Indian national rupees. It was this one line was referring to cryptocurrencies, that cryptocurrencies will never be a medium of exchange in India. So, if you that statement means that in India, medium of exchange or currency can be used. The currency that can be used is only Indian national rupees and nothing other than that. And what I mean by cryptocurrencies are considered as a tradable commodity. Is see, other than like shares, you invest in gold, you invest in silver, you invest in crude oil, you invest in so many precious metals. They are called tradable commodities. And the same thing applies in US also. So if you deal in this kind of tradable commodities or high value commodities, there is something called taxation is called capital gain, short term capital gains, long term capital gains. And in India, we have one more system is tax deducted at source, which is called TDS. That the moment you have a selling transaction of this sort of precious metals, or if you are earning salary, if you are earning commissions, if you are earning a brokerage, then there is a portion of your income. The payer has to deduct a certain portion of your earnings as a tax and to be deposited to the government treasury. At the end of the financial year, you are supposed to give the proper account statement, yearly account statement, and you to then let the government know whether the tax already paid by you in the form of TDS is enough or not enough. If it is more than enough, government will refund you. If it is less than required, then you have to pay the balance. So, like that in India, there are many exchanges so far as crypto is concerned, like CoinCDX, MudraX, or CoinSwitch, WazirX, Zeppe. Zeppe is one of the very big exchange. Like even Binance is operating, Uno Coin is also operating. So, what happens is that you can open an account in any of these exchange. Remember that they will ask for your ID proof. Whoever is opening account in any of these exchange, they will ask for an identity proof which is government of India issued, whether it is called Aadhaar card, that is a unique identification number, or they can ask for a income tax department issued permanent account number on that card, or something else. So you have to provide identity proof in addition to this. What this exchange will ask you for is your bank account details. You have to register at least one bank account with this exchange, and exchange will accept money in your exchange account only through that registered bank account. And if you happen to sell any of the cryptocurrency on that particular exchange will pay you only to your registered account and not any other bank account. So the things are very clear so far as I know trading with Zeppe, that they already deduct GST, that is goods and services tax, and pay to government of India. They also deduct TDS, that is tax deduction at source. So if you sell cryptocurrencies in India, yes, it is legal. That is the only reason why capital gain taxes are applicable. That is the reason why goods and services tax is applicable. That is the reason why tax deducted at source is applicable. The only thing that you cannot do with cryptocurrencies in India, though we call the problem is we call them cryptocurrencies. We don't identify it as a crypto commodity. Because of that word currency, the confusion prevails. Cryptocurrencies in India are considered as tradable commodity and not medium of exchange. Medium of exchange means if you want to buy something in India, if you want to sell anything in India, what you will pay or what you will receive is Indian national rupees and not any other commodity or not any other precious metals. I hope I have clarified the matter.
Yeah, as for me, it was clear, and I hope for the rest of the guys, you understood that some of the questions which our potential customers ask us, they can be explained. We just need to know the answer to all those questions. So now, guys, so do you have any questions apart from those which we have discussed? So any more objections you would like to
प्रकाश
discuss?
जी और प्रदीप जी और राजकुमार जी, अगर आपको कोई सवाल है क्रिप्टो को लेकर, देन आप मेरे को बाद में भी पूछ सकते हैं, आरआई ग्रुप के ऊपर भी मैं हमेशा अवेलेबल रहता हूँ. What I told them is that even if tomorrow they have some questions relating to this, they can ask.
हेमंत सर, हिंदी में समझाना, मैं पूछूंगा आपसे कल मॉर्निंग में.
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं.
ओके ओके ओके.
हितेश सर.
हाँ जी बोलिए.
सर, एज यू सेड कि इसमें क्रिप्टो के अंदर जैसे डेल्टा एक्सचेंज के अंदर आप कमोडिटी को F&O के थ्रू ट्रेड कर सकते हो, बट यू कैन नॉट बाय क्रिप्टो इन इंडिया, राइट सर?
नहीं, आप क्रिप्टो को खरीद सकते हो. सी F&O शेयर मार्केट में होता है, विच इज कॉल्ड फ्यूचर एंड ऑप्शंस. तो फ्यूचर एंड ऑप्शन में आप नहीं, उसमें क्रिप्टो करेंसी नहीं आती है. उसमें क्रिप्टो करेंसी नहीं आती. क्रिप्टो के एक्सचेंजेस अलग होते हैं. क्रिप्टो नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे
मेरे साथ क्या हुआ सर, बाइनेंस के थ्रू हमने P2P पे ट्रांजैक्शन किए थे, USDT ट्रांसफर किए थे. इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने वो ट्रांजैक्शन देके मेरे को भी 30% फ्लैट का लेटर भेज दिया था.
तो 30% टैक्स पे इसलिए भेजा था कि उसको गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन कंसीडर किया है कि आपने यूएसडीटी बेच के, यानी कि ट्रेडेबल कमोडिटी बेचकर मुनाफा कमाया है, क्योंकि आपके परचेज डिटेल्स और सेल डिटेल आपने सबमिट नहीं किए होंगे या दैट इज नॉट नोन, तो उन्हें 30% का डिमांड नोटिस भेजा है, विच इज शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन. तो इसको शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन कहा जाता है, गेन्स टैक्स है, तो वो लगाया है उन्होंने.
अब एक्चुअल में क्या, वो तो एक दुबई की कंपनी तो वहाँ फीस दी थी प्रकाश जी के थ्रू, तो बट उसको उन्होंने पता नहीं कैसे मान लिया और 30% का लेटर भेज दिया. अब मुझे सर एक चीज बताओ, जैसे ये गोल्ड के काम में यूएसडीटी हम परचेस करेंगे तो इसको भी देख के कल को तो वो टैक्स का वो भेज देंगे?
नहीं, देखिए ऐसा है कि आपने गोल्ड अगर इंडिया में खरीदते हो इंडियन कंपनी के पास से, तब आप क्रिप्टो एक्सचेंज पेमेंट करोगे क्या?
नहीं, तब तो INR में देंगे.
ऑब्वियस है, तो उसके ऊपर 30% का नोटिस नहीं आएगा आपको. जब आप दुबई से मंगा रहे हो तो आप क्या कर रहे हो, यहाँ बैठ के क्रिप्टो करेंसी के थ्रू पेमेंट कर रहे हो. तो अगर आपने आप अपने चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट से बात करिए और आपने उसी एक्सचेंज से यूएसडीटी खरीदा होगा और उसी एक्सचेंज से यूएसडीटी पे किया होगा, तो आपने जो आपके चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट से बात करो, आपके एनुअल रिटर्न जो फाइल करते हो उसमें आपने ये सारे ट्रांजैक्शन डिटेल देने कि मैंने इतने में खरीदा था, मैंने उसके जरिए ये पेमेंट किया, जिसके सामने मैंने अल्टीमेटली बेचा तो इतने में बेचा, और ये बेचने वाली कीमत है, ये खरीदने वाली कीमत है, तो मेरे को इतना प्रॉफिट मिला, उसके ऊपर मैं 30% टैक्स दे सकता हूँ. तो ये आपको डिस्क्लोज करना पड़ेगा.
एंट्री लगानी है सर, मान लो रियल गोल्ड के अंदर एंट्री लगानी है, वो एंट्री लगेगी कैसे, बताओ तो?
नहीं, आपको यूएसडीटी पेमेंट करना है, आप बाइनेंस से करोगे या ज़ेप पे से करोगे, तो आपने यूएसडीटी खरीदना पड़ेगा.
ट्रांजैक्शन वो गवर्नमेंट देख रही है, यही तो गवर्नमेंट देख रही है, इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ट्रांजैक्शन.
अरे मेरे भाई, तो आपको पहले यूएसडीटी बाइनेंस में खरीदोगे, ज़ेप पे में खरीदोगे ना. तो उसमें खरीदने के लिए पहले तो बाइनेंस या ज़ेप पे आपको पूछेगा कि आप पहले पैसे जमा करो, उसके सामने यूएसडीटी देगा ना. वो हवा में से तो यूएसडीटी निकाल के नहीं देगा.
बिल्कुल ठीक बात है.
तो वो आपकी बाइंग प्राइस होगी.
ठीक है.
जब आप इसको पेमेंट कर देते हो तो आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट, ठीक है, तो इसको आप इन्वेस्टमेंट दिखाओगे. जिस दिन आप आरआई ग्रुप से अपना बोनस यूएसडीटी में लोगे सेम एक्सचेंज में, और उसको जिस दिन बेचोगे तो आपको बेचकर जो पैसा मिला है माइनस खरीदारी का पैसा, उसको कैपिटल गेन माना जाएगा और उस कैपिटल गेन के ऊपर आपको 30% टैक्स देना है। आप समझ रहे हो? आप बेचने पर मिलने वाली कीमत माइन। हाँ जी, थैंक यू।
समझ गया सर।
हाँ,
Yeah, anyway,
Irina, hopefully.
I understood by your interaction that you have clarified that. So, of course, in every country, when we get some income, we have to pay taxes. Yeah. So, not to avoid, but to reduce the taxes, we can use different options. First of all, of course, you can buy gold. In this case, only for delivery or for storage, you will need to pay. Then, secondly, of course, you can use coupons, and inside the countries, it gives you an opportunity to reduce the taxes. Yeah. So any more things we can discuss today? So if no more questions, then I will stop the recording and until the next meeting. So any questions? So yeah, Paulina understood everything. Okay. So no more questions for today. Then I wish you a fruitful week. Then we are always in touch. Yeah, you can ask me any questions or Hitesh. We're in the comment chat, and we can organize meeting, invite new partners, etc. And let's kick the ball rolling. Yeah, let's do it. So have a nice week. Yeah, and I will send you the recording of today's meeting. So goodbye then. Yeah, see you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.